Lila had always been careful with her heart, weighing every glance, every word, every possibility. When she first met Ethan, he seemed perfect, funny, attentive, and persistent. But there was always a lingering unease she couldn't shake. Something about the way her heart didn't quite race around him, the way conversations with him felt polite but hollow. Her mind, though, often wandered to someone else. Someone who had been there through every awkward high school moment, every heartbreak, every small triumph. Her best friend, Maya. Maya, with her warm laughter that wrapped around Lila like a cozy blanket, the way her fingers found Lila's in passing, and the subtle, knowing glances that made her stomach flutter. It wasn't supposed to be like this. Lila had convinced herself for months that Ethan was what she wanted, or maybe what everyone expected her to want. But the truth was stubborn. No matter how charming Ethan was, no matter how much effort he poured into her life, it couldn't match the pull she felt toward Maya. One Friday evening, while Ethan was out of town for work, Mia invited Lila over to her small apartment in the heart of the city. The lights were soft, casting warm shadows over stacks of books and the faint smell of vanilla candles. They sat on the couch, sharing a bottle of wine, laughing at old inside jokes. And then, in a quiet moment, Maya brushed a strand of hair from Lila's face. Their eyes locked. Lila's heart thumped violently in her chest, and for the first time, she didn't fight the feeling. She leaned in slightly, and Maya's lips followed instinctively. It was soft at first, tentative, like the beginning of a confession they had both been too scared to voice. But the kiss deepened, a gentle surge of electricity that made Lila's entire body feel alive. It was in that instant, with Maya's hands on her back and her lips against hers, that Lila understood the truth. Ethan had been an option. Maya, her best friend, her anchor, her everything, was her choice. Lila pulled back slightly, her forehead resting against Maya's. I've wanted this for so long, she whispered, her voice trembling with a mix of fear and relief. Maya's fingers traced circles on Lila's arm. Me too, she admitted softly. I've always felt something for you, Lila. I just didn't know if you'd ever feel the same. The words hung in the air, heavy but beautiful. Lila's chest tightened, not with anxiety, but with a dizzying happiness. It was the kind of moment you dreamed about in secret, the one that rewrites everything you thought you knew about your heart. Maya leaned closer again, their noses brushing. I can't believe I waited this long, she murmured. Then, without another word, their lips met once more, this time with intent, with desire. It was gentle at first, then deeper, more urgent, as if they were making up for every suppressed feeling from years gone by. Lila felt herself melt against Maya, her hands tangling in her hair. Every kiss was a confession, a promise, a declaration of everything they'd both kept locked inside. The warmth of Maya's body against hers, the soft hum of her laughter between kisses, made Lila's heart swell in a way she never thought possible. They paused, breathing heavily, foreheads touching again. I've tried with him, Lila said, her voice barely audible. But it's never been like this. Never even close. Maya smiled, brushing her lips over Lila's cheek. Because we're supposed to be, Lils. Not him. Not anyone else. The honesty in her words, the certainty, was intoxicating. Lila couldn't remember the last time she'd felt so seen, so understood. Maya wasn't just her best friend anymore, she was the one who made her heart race, the one whose touch felt like home. As the night grew darker, they curled up together on the couch, their fingers intertwined. Lila rested her head on Maya's shoulder, listening to the soft rhythm of her breathing. She knew then, with absolute certainty, that choosing Maya wasn't just the right decision, it was inevitable. She had waited her whole life for this moment, and now, she wouldn't let it go. The morning sunlight spilled through Maya's curtains, painting the room in soft gold. Lila stirred, still wrapped in the warmth of Maya's arms. She blinked awake to find Maya watching her, a lazy, satisfied smile on her face. "Morning," Maya murmured, brushing a strand of hair from Lila's face. "Morning," Lila replied, her voice husky, still thick from sleep and last night's kisses. She couldn't help the shy smile that crept onto her face as she traced Maya's hand with her fingertips. Their first day as more than friends was surreal. Every touch, every glance, carried a weight of meaning they'd never dared explore before. A casual brush of fingers felt electric. A shared laugh made Lila's stomach flutter uncontrollably. Maya pulled Lila into the kitchen, insisting on making breakfast. The way she moved, confident and playful, made Lila's pulse quicken. "You're going to let me cook for you all morning?" Lila teased, leaning against the counter. "Only if you help me taste test," Maya shot back, winking. And as Lila leaned closer, their shoulders brushing, the world outside melted away. Breakfast turned into a gentle game of teasing touches and lingering glances. Lila leaned forward to steal a taste of pancake from Maya's fork, and their lips met briefly, a soft, exploratory kiss that left both of them giggling. Each kiss was a little bolder, a little more intimate, until they couldn't resist the pull between them. Later, they ended up on the couch, tangled together under a blanket. Maya's fingers traced patterns on Lila's back, and Lila's lips followed the curve of Maya's neck, eliciting soft shivers. There was a rhythm to their closeness, a dance that felt natural and inevitable. "I've wanted this, all of this," Lila admitted, her forehead resting against Maya's chest. Maya tilted Lila's chin up, their eyes locking. "And now you have it," she whispered. "Me. All of me. No more waiting, no more wondering." Lila smiled, letting herself sink into the warmth of that promise. She knew this was only the beginning, a day, a night, and a lifetime of discovering each other, of learning just how intoxicating it was to be more than friends. Night fell quietly, casting the room in soft shadows. Layla and Maya sat side by side on the couch, wrapped in a shared blanket, their hands intertwined. The city lights outside glimmered like distant stars, but inside, it was just them and the new, electric closeness between them. Maya tilted her head, brushing a kiss along Lila's temple. "Do you realize this is our first night, like this?" "Just us," she whispered. Layla nodded, her pulse quickening. "I do. And I've been waiting for it without even knowing it." Their lips met again, tentative at first, then more urgent, a hunger and tenderness mixing in a way that made Lila's chest ache. Maya's hand slipped into Lila's hair, holding her close, while the other traced her back, sending shivers down her spine. "Lila," Maya murmured between kisses, her voice low and intimate, "I want to memorize every part of you tonight. Every touch, every smile, every heartbeat." Lila felt herself melting, letting go of every fear or hesitation. She leaned into Maya, exploring the familiar yet entirely new contours of her best friend's warmth. Their kisses deepened, soft moans and whispered names filling the room. Every brush of skin against skin felt electric, like discovering a secret language meant only for them. When they paused, breathless, their foreheads pressed together, Lila's hand rested on Maya's cheek. "I've never felt like this before," she admitted. "Not with anyone." Maya smiled, eyes glistening. "That's because it's supposed to be with me," she whispered. "Only me." They fell into each other's arms, skin brushing, hearts racing, hearts sinking. The night stretched ahead of them, full of quiet whispers, gentle caresses, and the kind of kisses that lingered like promises. Every touch deepened their connection, every sigh and shiver reinforcing the truth Lila had felt from the first moment she kissed Maya. He had been an option, but she had found her everything. Wrapped together, the city lights fading behind closed blinds, they discovered the intimacy of simply being with one another, slow, tender, and entirely intoxicating. It was the night their friendship melted into something more, a love neither of them could ever deny. The following days were a blur of laughter, stolen kisses, and quiet, tender moments between Lila and Maya. But with the joy came reality. Lila knew she had to confront the final piece of her past, the lingering presence of Ethan. It was a Saturday afternoon when Ethan called, his usual confident tone slightly unsure. "Hey, Lila. I was thinking maybe we could meet this week?" Lila's stomach twisted for a moment, but she held the phone firmly. She had already made her choice, though saying it out loud would feel like tearing off a band-aid. "Maya and we've been seeing each other," Lila said, her voice steady yet soft. "I'm happy. Really happy. I can't see anyone else." There was a pause on the other end. Then, a quiet, almost grudging understanding. Okay. I get it," Ethan said finally. "I want you to be happy, Lila. Really, I do." Hanging up, Lila let out a breath she hadn't realized she was holding. Relief, freedom, and a strange sense of pride filled her. She turned toward Maya, who had been quietly watching, a supportive smile on her lips. "You did it," Maya said, leaning in for a kiss that spoke volumes, pride, love, and intimacy all wrapped in one. Lila smiled, resting her forehead against Maya's. "I did it, because of you. Because you're everything." Maya's hands cupped Lila's face. "And you're mine," she said simply. "No options, no maybes. Just us." From that moment on, the world outside seemed quieter, softer, and full of possibility. Their love wasn't just a new chapter, it was the one story they had been writing all along, without even knowing it. Every touch, every laugh, every kiss reinforced the certainty they had felt from the first time their lips met. In the warmth of Maya's arms, Lila felt completely seen, completely understood, and completely loved. Ethan had been an option, but Maya, the one who had been there through every joy, every fear, every quiet night, was everything. And now, there was no doubt, no hesitation, only the exhilarating, tender certainty of their hearts choosing each other. Weeks turned into months, and Lila and Maya's relationship grew stronger with each passing day. Every ordinary moment was infused with quiet intimacy. The brush of fingers as they walked side by side, playful teasing during cooking, and long nights spent whispering secrets and dreams. One rainy evening, they found themselves sprawled on the living room floor, blankets tangled around them, the soft patter of raindrops on the window creating a gentle rhythm. Lila rested her head on Maya's chest, listening to the steady thump of her heartbeat, feeling completely safe and completely alive. "You know," Maya murmured, brushing her lips over Lila's temple, "I still can't believe this is real. That it's us." Lila lifted her head, smiling softly. "I've never been happier. I was scared I'd miss us. But here we are." Their laughter faded into a tender silence, broken only by the sound of their lips finding each other again. This time, the kiss was slow and exploratory, lingering over every curve of their mouths, every gasp, every sigh. Lila's hands roamed Maya's back, tracing patterns of warmth and love, while Maya's fingers threaded through her hair, holding her close. Later, as they curled together on the couch, Lila whispered against Maya's shoulder, "I love you. More than I ever thought I could love anyone." Maya pressed a soft kiss to Lila's temple. "I love you too. You're my everything." Their relationship wasn't just about romance, it was a merging of two hearts who had always known each other, who understood each other without words. Each kiss, each gentle touch, each shared secret deepened their bond, transforming passion into profound, enduring love. They learned the beauty of quiet moments as much as they did the thrill of desire, the soft caress of fingers at sunrise, the warm embrace under blankets, the stolen kisses in the kitchen. Every second spent together reinforced the truth. He had been an option, but Maya was, and always would be, everything. Wrapped in each other's arms, they fell asleep, hearts synchronized, knowing that whatever the future held, they had found the love they had been searching for all along. The weekend brought freedom, and with it, playful intimacy. Lila and Maya found themselves in Maya's small kitchen, laughing as flour dusted the counters and each other. Layla smirked, flicking a tiny handful of flour at Maya's cheek. "You're going to pay for that," Maya warned, grinning, chasing Lila around the kitchen. Their chase ended in a heap on the floor, bodies tangled, laughter mixing with gasps as Maya leaned down, capturing Lila's lips in a kiss that was teasing, warm, and full of unspoken promises. Lila responded eagerly, her fingers tracing the lines of Maya's back, pulling her closer. "You always know how to make me laugh," Lila murmured against her lips. "And you always know how to make me melt," Maya whispered back, tilting her head so their lips met again, slow and deliberate. After the playful chaos, they settled side by side on the couch, brushing remnants of flour from each other's skin. Lila's hands lingered on Maya's face, thumbs tracing her cheekbones, while Maya's fingers traced small circles along Lila's arm. Every touch was electric, filled with both comfort and desire. "You feel like home," Lila said softly, leaning against Maya's shoulder. "And you feel like mine," Maya replied, kissing the top of Lila's head. "No one else. Just us." The day stretched on in easy intimacy, soft kisses, whispered jokes, fingers intertwined, and Lila realized just how natural this felt. Being with Maya wasn't just about passion, it was a deep, playful connection, full of trust, laughter, and tenderness. As the evening settled in, Lila rested her head on Maya's lap, running her fingers through her hair. "I can't imagine my life without you," she whispered. "You won't have to," Maya said, her voice soft but firm. "Because we're in this together, forever." The promise hung in the air, heavy with love and desire, sealing a bond that was playful, passionate, and unshakably real. Maya surprised Lila with a weekend getaway to a small countryside cabin, tucked away near a lake surrounded by pine trees. The drive there was filled with laughter, music, and the kind of quiet glances that made Lila's heart flutter uncontrollably. Every brush of hands in the car, every playful nudge, made the anticipation grow. The cabin was cozy, with a fireplace, a small kitchen, and a balcony overlooking the serene water. Lila stepped onto the balcony, taking a deep breath of fresh air, feeling the tension of the past weeks melt away. Maya stood behind her, arms wrapping around her waist, resting her chin on Lila's shoulder. "I wanted this, just us," Maya murmured, pressing soft kisses along Lila's neck. Lila leaned back into her, closing her eyes. "It's perfect," she whispered, feeling the warmth of Maya's body, the subtle scent of her perfume, the comfort of her presence. That night, they built a small fire in the fireplace. Sitting close together, they shared a bottle of wine, soft music playing in the background. The room was dimly lit, the fire casting flickering shadows across their faces. Lila felt a boldness she hadn't known before, leaning in to kiss Maya slowly, deeply, letting their lips melt together in a kiss that carried every unspoken word of longing, love, and promise. Maya responded eagerly, her hands tracing Lila's sides, sliding around to pull her close. The kiss deepened, exploring, lingering, filled with a mix of tenderness and raw desire. Lila's fingers tangled in Maya's hair, drawing her nearer, every movement heightening their connection. They paused, breathing heavily, foreheads touching. "I don't ever want this night to end," Lila admitted softly. Maya smiled, pressing her lips against Lila's temple. "Then it won't. Not as long as we're together." Later, under the soft glow of the firelight, they curled up together on the rug, limbs entwined, whispering secrets, sharing small, gentle kisses. Every brush of lips, every soft laugh, every caress deepened their intimacy. Lila realized that this weekend wasn't just an escape, it was a celebration of everything they had discovered in each other: love, trust, desire, and a passion that went far beyond anything either of them had ever known. For the first time, Lila felt completely unguarded, completely free, and completely certain Maya was not an option, not a fleeting thought, not a maybe. She was everything, and tonight, tomorrow, and always, she would choose her.